Hello, friends. Welcome back to Dailey Sews and Stuff. My name is Brandolyn Dailey, and I am going to make this video really quickly, I hope, to show you how to do a swayback adjustment in Affinity. And I am using Affinity, the new Affinity, which I've not played with a ton. I am very, very familiar with Affinity Designer. I've used this Affinity, but I just haven't used it to the extent that I use Affinity Designer. As you can tell, first of all, I have no extra lights on. I just have some of my windows open. And when I tell you there's a lot of natural light in my craft room, I ain't lying. Um, Second of all, you can probably hear my dog barking. You can also hear my girls' show in the background. There's another dog in here at my feet. I am just sending this. Don't have makeup on. I'm just sending this. I'm planning to edit it extremely lightly. I just want you guys to be able to access this information, especially because Kathy asked me directly. Hi, Kathy. Um, and I just thought it would be nice to record it for everybody and not just for her. Um, if you have questions, I know that I did a course on Affinity Designer, which I no longer have widely for sale because Affinity Designer is no longer really a thing. Um, but if I am losing you in the weeds here, then I think that's where you will find the basics of knowing how to get started with what I'm doing. So I have already run my pattern through PDF Stitcher. I have made the lines solid. They're still not perfectly together. In fact, let me show you. There's still, oh, I do have my stuff on, so you'll be able to see what I'm doing down here in the corner like I do on my, what's the word? Course. Okay. So the lines are still not perfectly together. You can see right here that they're not, but we're going to join just the ones that we need to join in order to make this happen. And I have got to go stop that dog before I keep going. Well, hopefully they're more settled now. Okay. So let's join some lines in a couple of places and then before we do any of that, I'm going to change our document units to inches. Okay. Let's join some lines. I have changed a shortcut or added a shortcut on my computer in order to be able to just click J for join right here. Course tells you how to do it. And there's other places you can find online to learn. I'm just going right now. I am going to join these, but I'm also going to delete these nodes that are purely for looks now because I don't need them there. All right. I don't mean this is like a smarmy. It's in the course, whatever. It's just that I'm not going to take the time to explain it right now. Sorry. Oh, well, actually, that's fine. There we go. We'll get rid of you and you. This is a really annoying thing that some pattern companies have now. These two are important because they're maintaining this curve here. So I'm going to keep them, but I don't need all of these guys. Oops. And I do wish there were not so many annoying little guys. Okay. Now I'm just going to kind of randomly, I guess right around here, go ahead and break that line so that this bottom part of, I'm literally touching my screen as if you could see that, so that this bottom part right here is its own separate piece and it can pivot and move without moving the entire back bodice. I'm also going to break on this side, but I want to break in a specific spot. So, again, this is all a theoretical thing that a friend asked me how to show her, so I'm not going for a precise size. Like, I haven't measured anything, I don't know, but I'm just going to go for an inch just to make this simple. So I've made myself a 1-inch box. I drew a rectangle, and then over here in my transform box right here, I went ahead and made that a 1-inch exactly. Now I'm going to line it up with my bodice at the bottom, and then when I go back to my node tool, I can right here where that happens, I can B for break, and now I've got 1-inch. Oop, I'm going to scoot you over to the side. Now I've got 1-inch right here at the bottom. separate piece. All right, now with my move tool selected, I'm going to click, I'm going to click on this little guy right here, and I am going to enable transform origin. Why we can't have the little icon here like we did before, I don't know. It's annoying. I looked to fix it and I couldn't. So if anybody figures out how to fix that, I would love to know. I fully admit I did not look super hard, but I was hoping to just kind of put it there on my toolbar. It'd be really nice like it used to be. Anyway, I'm going to grab my little crosshairs. I'm going to bring them over here and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can get it pretty close to exactly right there. That's where I want to, I want this exactly where it is. I don't want that moving. And I'm going to shift the rest of this up. Now, I will say it does appear to me like this pattern specifically, and because of the pattern that it is, this is probably true, has already had a little bit of waist shaping taken, and there's already a little bit of a waist start there. I don't mean waist start, I mean swayback adjustment there. There's obviously a waist start, but we're going to now rotate this until this lines up here. And then I am going to, because obviously this isn't all just lining up great. Okay. So right here, if I don't, good gracious, my family's not used to this happening anymore either. Obviously I didn't want to move this right here. So I'm going to get my tool back here. I'm going to scooch this over and I have put this back here. And then over here, I'm just gonna, this is adding a minuscule amount. If it matters super greatly to you, you could do some scooching and whatever else, but I think it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna delete that node because I don't need it anymore. And I'm gonna scoot this one just a hair over. And then all I have to do is true up the start a little bit. I'm gonna leave the dart point where it is, and I'm just gonna grab the legs and put them where they make sense now. I don't know why I keep holding down that. I don't want that. Okay, and it's done. I believe that is all that was needed. That is a swayback adjustment. Awesome. I really hope that was helpful. I really hope that you're not put off by the crazy way this video went. And if you want some more videos like this where it's totally chill and not edited and I just walk you through something that I am doing, let me know. Frankly, that's the only possibility of videos that we even have right now. But even these won't happen super often. Anyways, Kathy, I really hope it helped you. Other people, I hope it helped you too. Thank you for watching, friends. Goodbye.
Thanks for watching my videos. Like, subscribe, and comment.